What's up, guys? Happy Friday, Titan Lifestyle with Big Drew.
What's up, guys and girls? This is Titan Lifestyle every Friday at 2 p.m.
Oh yeah,
it's getting that time of year where the orange and black time of
that's
year.
right.
So
that's right.
it's good and bad. I'm not a Halloween guy, really.
Yeah,
I'm a Halloween guy, like with the whole festivities, but just the candy is like. And plus, I'm taking MK677 right now.
So eat all the bowls.
Yeah, I'm gonna be eating a lot of candy. Yeah,
Sugar Rush City, man.
Yeah.
That's all right. Yeah, one time a year when candy comes around like this, it'll be good for the kids, I guess.
Yeah, well, the kids too. Like, I mean, obviously we're not kids, but we forget as we get older that sugar makes us hyper.
Yeah.
We just think caffeine, stimulants. But when I was a kid, like, you're at your friend's house, you're not supposed to eat candy at night because it'll keep you up all night. But I feel bad for the people with a whole bunch of kids because it's going to be sugar high for days and days, and you got to hide it. You don't want them to eat too much.
That's right.
One thing that's crazy, too, about Halloween is how does it work if your kid's overweight?
They still feed them candy.
No, I mean, I know they still feed them candy, but I mean, like, what if you have one kid that's severely overweight and the other kids, I mean, is the kid that's in shape that plays sports, is he going to be able to eat more than the kid that's, like, how do you,
I would probably imagine the kid that's going to be overweight is going to eat more candy. Because,
I've given an apple.
Right?
Apple or something, caramel.
Something.
Something, yeah.
Something, you know, it's just crazy. It's,
healthy candy is just not going to work. I mean, it's not going to. They have sugar-free everything now, though. So, I mean, I don't know if you guys saw the video we did a couple weeks back with the sweetener and sugar. They have sugar-free everything, like Reese's, Twix, everything sugar-free. So
true.
That'd probably be a little bit better, but then again, cane sugar is better.
Yeah.
It's just chemicals all the way around.
It's chemicals all the way around. I mean, I've even tried some of these sugars out there. Miss Dragonette, what's going on? But I've tried some of these the candies out there that have low sugar content with sugar cane. Like, I think it was like 4 grams of sugar and stuff like that. But they didn't taste too good. I'm just being honest with you. So, I mean, it's all right to splurge, I guess, once in a while. But I would definitely splurge and have some self-control about what you're eating. And that's a big thing and problem with people. They can't have self-control and they eat too much or overindulge.
I blame it on the MK. So,
well, at least you got a good reason for it.
Yeah,
right?
it's working.
It'd be good to put good use for it.
Exactly.
All right, so Halloween weekend. I hope you guys have a safe weekend, whatever it is. Let's get into the show. So first topic of the day is Injectable BPC-157. This is one of Titan Medical Center's main healing peptides that we use here for our patients. It's done wonders for me as far as personally from my shoulders, golf elbow, tennis elbow, inflammation in the body too as well. And it's helped a number of other different patients with other injuries, post-surgeries, you name it, pretty much. Road rash from motorcycles. I mean, it's done a really well job as far as patients, covering a lot of different territory with injuries and, like I said, post-surgeries and stuff like that. So,
yeah, especially post-surgery, because a lot of times, especially as athletes or performance athletes, if you're playing a sport, you want to get back.
Yep.
So a lot of times people say, I don't need to take BP-157.
Yep.
You may not need to take it right now, but, I mean, it's good to come back from an injury is huge. And not only that, come back from training is huge, too. Now, one thing I had someone ask me like a week ago, they were asking about PPC. They're like, you can't have a pec tear and then put that literally into the tear. It'll help it rejuvenate faster, but it's not an instant heal. It's not like we're not stitching up the muscle.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can't have a fractured arm and take BPC-157 and then all of a sudden get better. I mean, I'm hearing crazy stuff that people say, it heals everything. You can break your leg and take it. I'm like, no.
God, no.
It's good that it's getting good reviews, but we want to make sure they're the right reviews.
Yeah, real reviews and not, unimaginary or crazy ass off the regiment or off the territory type deals. Yeah, it's not gonna fix broken arms.
It's not gonna bring Bo Jackson back and fix.
Definitely not. I mean, listen, as far as the other one, like Hulk Squad right now, he's one of the patients out there. He had hip surgery replacement. He's came back faster than ever. Doctors have been like, "What are you doing?" He's the second time he's used BPC-157 TV500 from us, and he's getting good results as far as he's almost back all the way healed. So. Big shout out to him for that and going through those different things. And as we age, guys, it's harder to recover. It's hard to recover from workouts. It's hard to recover from injuries, especially. So at that point, you want to look at everything that we have in our arsenal to help you guys out, get back to where you need to be, so you guys can get the results and feel good every single day, or at least as best you possibly can, right? Because as we get older, we have these nagging injuries and
you won't realize how good you feel until you feel good.
It's true.
You may think you feel good now. You may feel okay now. you're not going to know what it feels like to feel great unless you actually get there. So I was the same way. Before I came in time, I'm like, yeah, I look good, I feel great, this and that.
Yeah.
Now it's like night and day. I remember like, yeah, it's night and day. So
it's true. What up, B-Moozin? Tight medical therapies are amazing. I appreciate that. Bombshell Britt, what's going on? How you doing? So BPC-157, where it comes from. So it's isolated from the gastric juices in our stomach, right? And so we talk about BPC-157, healing joints, ligaments, tendons, muscles, tears in particular. But what it really can help too as well is GI issues. So, IBS, right? Irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's disease, ulcers in the stomach too as well. This is a great healing tool for these different things that are going on in the stomach or GI area. And this could cause people a lot of different problems, like even Crohn's. People lose extended amounts of weight from Crohn's, inflammation in their stomach, a lot of pain. So this could be something that can help out. Ulcers too as well, and that can stem from stress or other things in the body. And if ulcers get too bad, you can actually start bleeding your stomach and internally bleeding too as well.
yeah, it's not good.
It's painful. It's not feeling good as far as what you're going to be feeling. So at that point, you might want to look at a BPC-157 if you have any of these other issues going on too as well. The way that it's used. So BPC-157 is used by injecting subcutaneously closest to the area that's injured. Like Drew said, you're not going to inject it directly into the muscle possibly or the ligament or whatever it may be that's injured. You don't want to do that.
You don't want to go into a tendon either. If you guys are lean, elbows, knees, there's a lot of tendons.
Yes.
Feel around, grab something, make sure it's going into something soft.
Right.
You don't want to push it into like
Definitely
a hard
not,
area.
man. Definitely not, at that point, subcutaneously, you can pretty much put it pretty much anywhere on your body. I mean, you're just literally going a little bit underneath. I've got some videos out there where we show how to inject BPC-157 in some of the most common areas, from the shoulders, from elbows, wrists. I mean, the wrist, that's another big one. I mean, I've seen a lot of people have wrist injuries. Right now, currently, I'm healing up out of one. So it's definitely helped me out there, too, as well, because I need to keep lifting for Olympia. Got to keep going, going to the result that I'm trying to get to. So it is what it is. So if you guys are interested in BPC-157, no blood work is needed for BPC-157. All you guys got to do is fill out the new patient paperwork. Once you submit that in via the online, we're going to call you, set up a medical consultation with our medical provider. They're going to go over BPC-157 if you want to, or any other therapies that we can help you guys out with. And like I said, no blood work is needed for this therapy, so it's real simple and easy to get a hold of.
And we service nationwide too, so all 50 states except for Idaho.
One. Yeah, Idaho.
Come on, we could do an exchange with some potatoes or something. He's a potato guy. Let's work it out.
I love potatoes.
49 states except for Idaho we service too.
So anywhere you guys are at, man, we can help you guys out except for Idaho. Sorry, guys. All right, so let's get to the next one. Next one is, and we've got some really good topics to talk about today. So the first one, doctor removes 23 contact lenses out of someone's eye.
Yeah, when I saw it, I thought it was fake, but it's true. Apparently, this person put the contacts in their eyes, and then they just literally the next day they just kept putting another pair and another pair and another pair. I don't know how you would mentally I don't know.
I don't know what you're even thinking about doing.
Yeah, so basically they put the contacts in the eyes, kept putting them in over and over and over. Then obviously some type of pain because probably you have 23 contacts in your eyes, and then they take them out. So I don't know if this person thought that they would dissolve. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's just crazy. Like, how could you not know that? I have a fear of contacts. I have bad eyes. Yeah. I've had bad eyes for a while.
Yeah.
And I'm too freaked out to put something in my eye.
Yeah.
But the simple fact that they did it 23 times over the other one just kept overlapping.
Yeah.
And was her sight, could they see?
Yeah.
Did it blur it at all? Because it's almost like 23 times magnified.
I mean, it's gotta be painful to some sort, or dry, or itchy. I mean, listen, I wore contacts for a little bit. I think when I was in 8th grade or 9th grade, that's when color contacts first came out. So I had a pair of those. Utilized them, but if you don't clean them right, you don't put them in right, you leave them in too long. Back in the day, contacts have evolved a little bit where now I think you can sleep in some of them.
Yeah.
But before, you weren't supposed to even do that because it gets stuck in your eye.
Yeah, everyone has a little 2-pack on their nightstand.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's something I wouldn't really mess around with. I mean, it was my eyes. I wouldn't just keep putting contacts over and over. I mean, you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're being negligent to your own self, or just thinking I guess it's going to dissolve or just go away. You're stacking them on. So at that point,
or maybe if someone has dementia, or someone can't remember.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. I could see for
but
sure.
But then again, that person, if it's that bad, they shouldn't be. They should have someone around them. They shouldn't go 23 days without anybody around them to make sure.
Right.
Well, that's why they have people that can take care of people.
Yeah, caretakers.
Yeah, caretakers and stuff like that. So that's just that makes me not even want to get contacts even more now.
You want to see the video?
Yeah, let's see it. So this is crazy, guys. Crazy. So you're seeing some of these contact lenses in her eyeball.
Yeah,
at the top,
I like this thing about eyeballs and broken limbs.
I mean, it looks really bad.
It is green in there.
I mean, it's got to have some sort of. I mean, was there infection? I mean, there's got to be bacteria in there. I mean, this is horrible.
This is the reason why.
Oh my God!
They just keep coming out. 23 of them.
Holy crap!
Oh my God!
Contact lens money like that.
Oh,
boy.
This is worse than Clockwork Orange. Oh man!
That's only two. That's only two that they have out so far.
Wow!
I couldn't even believe her eyelid is fitting this many in there. I mean, if you guys are watching this video, if you guys are seeing this video, and if you haven't seen this video, I would definitely look this video up about this lady, because if you wear contacts, this should be a warning to you. Don't do this.
And the thing is it's not like they're stacked, cupped on top of each other, so it's just one that's 23 thick.
Yeah.
They're literally just keep pulling them from the top down, pulling more out, so they're not even evenly stacked. They're just like wedged. Behind her eye must have been like a chamber of...
She had like a pocket, like a kangaroo.
Yeah.
Pocket of plastic contacts in her eye. Wow.
And the simple fact that they're green, so you could actually see them.
Yeah.
When they're coming out.
Wow, this is nuts. This is definitely nuts.
I'm never putting no contacts in my
eye. I wouldn't be doing it either. I don't care if I have to wear the
big Steve Urkel glasses.
Right? Some bifocals.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, this is crazy. This is definitely crazy. So, listen, if you guys wear contacts, do the right thing. Hygiene is a part of you're wearing contacts. You need to clean them, take them out of your eyes at night if you can. And change them when you need to, but make sure you don't have another set in your eyes before you put the other stack on.
Yeah.
All right. So next one, let's get into it. This one's a big one too. Adidas terminates partnership with Kanye West.
Seems like everybody's terminating stuff with Kanye West.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
I mean, it's
definitely trying to cancel Kanye.
I don't know, man.
I don't think they're ever going to do it. Just being honest. Even with the anti-Semitic remarks that he made. Now, obviously, Kanye doesn't have the best mental health, right? I think a lot of people can agree that this guy is a genius in one light and maybe psychotic or not even thinking right with his other mind.
Yeah.
It's just which Kanye you're going to get, I guess, in that day, right? But listen, the Adidas contract was worth $1.5 billion to him.
Yeah, that's
and
nuts.
Then Balenciaga and Gap, another $500 million. He lost $2 billion in one day.
Over something he said.
Over a remark. I mean, it first started here when he wore, the White Lives Matter shirts. Him and Candace Owens. And at that point, they said, like, this is a white supremacy thing and all that. Kind of iffy about all that, but, I think Black Lives Matters, White Lives Matters, Asian Lives Matters.
All.
But if you say that, that's another racist thing. I just don't understand where we're getting with this, but it is what it is. So it started off with that, and then it started next after that with anti-Semitic remarks. I listened to some of the things he said. Could they be taken out of context in some light? Yes. Can it be very offensive to some people? Yes. Obviously, I have a lot of Jewish friends and stuff like that, so I don't think that anybody should be talked about badly as far as their race, nationality, religion, whatever it is. But Kanye West has definitely done some crazy things, and we're going to see what he does next. I mean, Adidas said they're going to terminate every single shoe that's supposed to be coming out. So no other shoes are going to be coming out under Yeezy's name. Obviously, he owns Yeezy's name, but Adidas owns most of the designs for the shoes. Kanye West only owns the slides. He owns another pair. I got another
more
version.
Yeezy slides?
No more Yeezy slides from Adidas. So, what is he going to do next? Now, yesterday he got supposedly escorted out of Skechers' corporate office in Los Angeles. He showed up, thought he was going to probably go in there and get a deal. What Kanye didn't realize was, Skechers, the owners of Skechers, are Jewish. So,
oh wow!
At that point, it's gonna be a hard road, to battle. Yeah. Now, CAA, which was his agency, dropped him too as well. So he has no representation. The bank J.P. Morgan, which was his financer, dropped him too as well. So he's literally got everybody going against him. Now Kanye's done some crazy stuff, from posting text messages on Instagram. He went on Instagram last night and started posting some stuff too as well. But we'll see what happens. Kanye West has definitely reinvented a lot of different things. So let's see what he does. Whether it's his own brand. I would think would be the natural evolution. I wouldn't even want the Skechers. I would say, you know what? I'm going to start creating my own brand, sell my own brand, and that's just how it's going to be.
The only thing is, with everybody canceling him now, the masses are probably going to not go with him just because of what happened with everybody else.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. It's with the whole canceling thing now. It's like, we don't know these people personally. Mm-hmm. So if I wear a pair of shoes, Yeezy shoes, or even if I listen to music for someone that
R. Kelly listening.
Yeah, R. Kelly.
Right.
So it's like, I don't know these people personally. So if I like the shoe, I'm going to wear the shoe.
Of course.
If I like the music, I'm going to listen to the music. Obviously, if the music is talking about something offensive and the lyrics aren't good, then I'm not going to like it. But if the music's good, and I don't know this guy personally, I mean, if he's an idiot off the stage or outside, I don't care because I don't know him that way. But the thing is, a lot of people don't think like that. A lot of people are like, oh, well, he said this, and now with social media, everything just snowballs. One person cancels, you have like millions of people of canceling just because they're following the cancelization. They're just so it's kind of like, I don't know. I'm still gonna wear the shoes, or I may think of him less as a person. If I were to see him, if I were to work in an office, or if I was at an event or a place and he was there, I probably wouldn't really care to talk to him, this and that. But if the shoe looks good and it's comfortable and I liked it beforehand, I'm still gonna wear it.
And that's the thing, so obviously, when this all happened, resellers have went through the roof. So what did that mean? So that means that all resellers went to like all these different places to buy up all of Kanye West's Yeezys. They said they're going to go up 50% of what their value is now already, because you'll never be able to get a Yeezy Adidas sneaker ever again.
I bet you in a year or two it's going to be like 250%.
Oh, I'm sure. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be nuts.
Almost sounds like a marketing ploy.
You know what? A lot of people have said like Kanye West did this on purpose because he wanted to get out of these contracts so he can make more than the majority of the money himself and be control of his designs and such. I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, it's not really a smart move either way. And if it was a movie, it kind of backfired to a degree, I think. But it's a big thing, and now, some different places are coming underneath fire or getting a lot of pressure. So we want to talk about Spotify, we want to talk about Apple Music, Pandora, and all these places host Kanye West's music. And people are like, you need to take their music off. They're totally trying to cancel Kanye West. So, we'll see how it goes. Now, the one thing I can say about Kanye West is he does have a loyal fan base. He has a loyal fan base. And if you don't believe me, I would go on, just say Instagram, right? And Instagram, you go and you look up Ye, and at that point, you look at, how many followers he has, which I think it's like 2 million or maybe more on there. And then you look at all the comments. There's like 5,000 or 6,000 comments on one of his posts. And then, I'm like, let me start reading these. And it's, there's Jewish people on there like, hey, I forgive you. There's people, I love you no matter what. Nobody will ever rock, these shoes without Yeezy on. And then you got people that are upset about there, too. So.
And then you got people on here now that says a guy burned 40 pairs of Yeezys worth 15 grand.
So
he burned them. What size were they? He could have sent them more.
Right? So I did that. So, Jordan, he definitely screwed himself. Saber Media, what's going on, guys? I hope all is well. The Donda School, that was another thing. So the Donda School was in the 2022-2023 school year. Well, I guess the doors shuttered, so they've closed. And I don't know. There was a report yesterday that it was going to be opening back up, but everything is in disarray right now because of what went on with Kanye West and these remarks and everything that's following afterwards. So, like I said, we will see what happens in the future, and I could probably bet that Kanye West is going to make a comeback in one way, shape, or form. So you can mark my words on that. Because I think he will come up with something for sure. Even in his Donda Sports. So Donda Sports, he had two major players, basketball and football, and they both left Donda Sports because of this. Now, Antonio Brown, who's the president of Donda Sports, said he's staying, which Antonio Brown himself is, he can be a troublemaker, somebody that brings up a lot of problems too, and instigates, but...
They had that they have that Marshawn Lynch, Antonio Brown, Kanye type of. They're cool, but you're kind of like, what are they gonna? Like,
watch out!
You go out with them in public, you're like, oh, what's gonna happen?
What's going on? What's gonna happen next? So it is what it is. We'll see how Kanye West reinvents himself or what he does next, because Obviously, he's still got an audience out there, so he can still. I mean, even with like a STEM player, I don't know if you guys know what that is. So when Kanye West came out with his last album, he decided he wasn't going to sell albums. He wasn't going to put his music on Spotify or Apple Music or whatever it was. And he sold the whole Donda album on the STEM player, which you had to buy $150 directly from his website. So he got all the sales from that directly to him, which, it's a smart move, I guess, because you're not paying any music companies or record labels or anything like that. It's straight to your pocket. So, like I said, Kanye West is not stupid. He might be in some instances, but all the way around, this guy, he knows what he's doing to a certain extent. Yeah. So let's see what happens in the future with Kanye West, no matter if you like him or don't like him.
I think it'll be all right. It'll take a little bit of time, like everything it does, and just slowly fade off. Now, he didn't say anything about, abusing women or kids or anything crazy like that. He did say some bad stuff. Yeah. But, I mean, certain things where you can't come back, like when you're talking about abusing women or kids, that's like permanent cancellation. Yeah, permanent. But this is like, I have a feeling like he'll slowly come back to everyone wearing his shoes, or he'll come out with he'll say something crazy, or he'll do something crazy where everyone's going to be bringing their attention to him, and then right when all they do, he drops a brand new pair of shoes. Yep. So he's like, he knows what he's doing. I mean, he's brought back a lot of brands, I mean, think about Gap. They were selling $90 sweatshirts, $100 sweatshirts because they're Kanye West. They'll never see that again, ever. Yeah. And even Adidas. They had to tell their investors and stockholders that they were going to lose $264 million in the last quarter of the year because Kanye West products, they ultimately add up to about 10% total of Adidas' revenue. $250 million. That's nuts.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
It's $1 billion a year because if it's a quarter and it's 246, which is $250,000.
So they're going to lose out a lot of money. Obviously he's lost out a lot of money. He's still worth over $400 million. Okay, so that's nothing to sneeze at, but it does suck that you lose $2 billion in one day of contracts, right? So it is what it is. Maybe about getting out of this contracts. That's what I said. There's a better way to cut ties. It's a bad example for us to follow. He has money, but it doesn't make it okay to do it this way. I agree 100%. I think he could have handled it a little bit more different, but it is what it is, and that's Kanye West. All right, so next one. YouTube to certify healthcare providers' accounts.
Very good.
I think this is awesome.
That's good, to provide, people are saying all kinds of stuff on YouTube. Yep. Anyone can open a YouTube channel and talk about anything. Yep. I can put on a scrub, have a stethoscope and scrubs and.
Yep. Dr. Drew.
Dr. Drew. People watching me every night. They could think I'm a real doctor, or they could just think I know what I'm talking about. Yep. Oh, it's good that they're finally doing this, especially when it's health related, because everyone goes to YouTube. It's not even so much Google now. Now everyone goes to YouTube for everything. Yep. Whether it's how to put together a piece of furniture, whether it's how to fix something it's just crazy. Everything's YouTube. So now it's good that they can get certified. So if you want to go to, obviously you still want to go to a doctor. Yep. It doesn't mean they just go to Dr. YouTube now because everything is certified. Right. But it's good that actually you're going to get correct information and not have to what happens when I see stuff on YouTube, I see one thing and I have to look at 20 other sources to see if it's real and this and that. Now it's going to be kind of like they take the worry out of it. So I think it's a good thing. Yeah. I think so it'll be good. I think the certification will definitely be good now, depending on who they certify and who they don't or censor. That's another thing too. Because there was, during these last 2 years, multiple doctors, real doctors that went on, had their opinion about, whether the jab was good, not good, 19 was this, that, whatever. And at that point, at this point, they're going to be able to pick who gets to talk and who doesn't at that point. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it'll be a really good thing and a step in the right direction for credible, true information to be released to the public. 90%, it says 90% of people use social media for health information. Yep. So if 90% of the people, which is pretty much almost everybody, 9 out of 10 people, it's a lot. Yep. So if they're all using it, then that's huge. They're doing this.
The internet is the biggest tool for men to look up anything that's going wrong with them.
Yeah, it's Dr. Google.
It's crazy.
I was the same way. But
Dr. Google, man. Yeah. Dr. Google. So it's just crazy. All right, so last topic of the day. There is a morning pill to prevent sexually transmitted infections. Didn't know that, right?
Crazy. All of them, or I'm sure there's 50.
This is really, really cool. So this pill was, like the day after pill or morning after pill, where if you had unprotected sex and you didn't want to get pregnant, girls could take this pill if it was in a time limit, and it would prevent you getting pregnant. So this pill is going to prevent you from getting gonorrhea, syphilis, or chlamydia.
So they're just thinking of more reasons for people to have unprotected sex, pretty much.
Well, yeah. So basically,
so this girl could have in her purse. She could have morning after pills. She could have these ones.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just like, man, this girl's got like looks like Skittles.
Yeah.
Like all these different color pills.
It's funny though, because this pill was originally. So this pill has been studied in two big groups. One was in France, one was in the United States. It's FDA approved, and the pill was studied with. Because the biggest transmitter of sexual transmitted diseases, HIV, syphilis, is all from men to men sexually transmitted. So gay guys. Or
like
guys that were
HIV
messing around with
thing,
trans women.
Because that was the whole thing. Like when I was younger and everything was like HIV, AIDS, everything was like the big, huge thing. It was like considered like a gay disease.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
gay, like.
And monkeypox is the same way, right?
Yeah.
It seems like more of these diseases and stuff like that are usually passed on by guys to guys.
But it's not. It's not just so people hear that.
It's not just.
That's just what it used to be when it first came in. It was like now it's just anybody.
And this was actually studied on guys to guys or guys with trans women. So at that point, this study's been awesome as far as it. For the first study, I think it knocked out like 55% as far as the study group of gonorrhea, syphilis, and chlamydia. Now, the biggest thing that they're worried about with this is the antibiotic resistance factor. So if you take antibiotics and you don't take the right amount, or you stop antibiotics too soon, this can cause a bacteria, to become resistant to the antibiotic and become like a superbug. So at that point, when you get put on some sort of medication of antibiotics, right? You need to take the full course. If you stop a week into it, it might not do what it's supposed to do, and that bacteria might become stronger, right? So you got to watch out for this. But they said that the risk versus reward on this, it's definitely something that people should be using and utilizing, and I think it'd be good because syphilis is actually on the rise again. Syphilis was almost gone and eradicated out of the population, and it's came back stronger than ever in the last 2 years. I mean, look at the money: $1.1 billion to cover bacterial, sexually transmitted infections in 2018, and 166 infants died in 2021 because of syphilis passed on from their mother to them in childbearing years. So, at that point, you've got to protect kids too as well. And if this can help people, it is what it is. We want to get rid of sexually transmitted diseases, infections as much as possible. But it's just crazy. It's going to be an expensive medication. We know that all the other medications that come out, if they're brand name from Big Pharma, are usually very, very expensive.
Yeah.
I Shree's on this new migraine medication. It's $1,500 a month. The insurance will not cover it. Not $1 will cover it. It's just really crazy because it's elective.
But then again, if people have no other option, you have a migraine, you've been dealing with it for months or years, and that's the only thing. It's kind of like they could boost the price of Viagra to be $300 a pill, and people will still pay it. Because what if you're a guy and what if you're a guy or a woman? What if you're a woman and your husband hasn't been able to perform for 10, 15 years, and you're thinking of back in the day, and now all of a sudden, hey, for whatever price, we're going to give you this pill, and then now he could do his thing.
And it's true.
He's going to be like, sell the car, give me the pill.
Yeah, and it's true. Guys and girls are like that because, at that point, sexual health is a part of our well-being, right? So it's a part of who we are. At that point, we want to make sure that it's good, I guess, on both ends.
Oh, yeah.
And, if you're single out there and you're dealing with unprotected sex, this might be something that could help you out in the future from not catching anything.
You have no excuse, and with all this medicine and everything, that people have no excuse to be healthy.
Yeah.
They have no excuse to be, sexually healthy, physically healthy, whatever the case, mentally healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have semaglutide. You could have,
dude.
You could have semaglutide if you want to lose weight.
Yeah.
You could have this to prevent from sexually transmitted diseases. You could have another pill, or if you don't want to get pregnant, you could have this. I mean, there's no excuse to not, to feel good, to perform well, to be healthy. There's no excuse. There's none.
More and more things coming out every single day that are helping us be better in every way, shape, or form.
Yeah, and the thing too with the YouTube thing is it used to be where I would always say, like, you guys have no excuse. You can look up anything nowadays. Now you can look it up on YouTube, and it can be certified where, okay, now I know, and it's websites as well, too. You can start looking things up and be like, okay, this is certified. This isn't just, discussion boards.
Right.
Because a lot of times people go to YouTube or go to information on the internet, discussion board. They'll type in a question that they have, and they just go into a discussion board, and they're reading all this information of people that have no clue what they're talking about.
I have no idea.
And they're reading that and then they just join that discussion group. And these are people all over the country, all over the world that probably have no clue, that are literally have one laptop over here looking up information as they're telling you one thing.
Yeah.
Now you have peace of mind certified. So,
that's awesome. It is awesome. Yeah, and it's crazy like that. What's up, Tony? How you doing, man? It's crazy because, when you're doing stuff like that and looking for information like that, you would think that it'd be easy to find. It's going to be all credible, but like you said, it's not all credible wherever you look. So make sure you're looking up a couple different sources, and the sources are credible for you.
Or you can call 727-389-3220.
That's right.
And ask us, because our medical providers know a lot. They know a lot more than I do. So
that's true.
That's true. Right.
They can definitely help you out. We can help you guys out here. So definitely give us a call or text. So if you guys are worried about sexually transmitted infections, the morning after pill to prevent these is called DoxyPep, excuse me. And
have your doxies in your purse, ready to go.
And PEP means like post.
In the article?
Yeah, it's in there. It's like post. I can't remember what the E stands for, but it's post something prophylactics. I think it's all the way at the bottom. Yeah, really, really crazy. Preventing infection. Yeah. The one in France was kind of crazy. So, if you deal with gonorrhea, right? Gonorrhea was definitely taken out by doxycycline, but now there's really, really strong bacterial-resistant forms of gonorrhea, and in the France clinical trial, it didn't really cure the gonorrhea in those patients, but in the United States patients, it did. Really crazy. So they have a different form of gonorrhea over there than we've got over here. It's really crazy how that is, right? So it's
no, the France thing.
Oh yeah, the France thing for sure.
Right here.
Yeah, it's crazy how that is, right? Yeah. You would think that one form of gonorrhea is going to be the exact same form that we have over here, but it's not. So it's crazy. And doxycycline is a pretty safe drug. There are some people out there that have digestive symptoms or issues that might happen, but it's like 4% of people. It's nothing crazy. So at that point, you can take it, and it's going to be pretty safe as far as well around. It can help different things too, like skin. They prescribe. There's two types of doxycycline. Some doxycycline they even treat bacteria, like for pimples, right? So if you have breakouts and stuff like that, and you don't really know what's going on or can't get rid of it from washing or whatever it is, doxycycline might be a course for you that you can take, and this can definitely help too as well. All right, guys, let's get into the events. All right, so events, 2022 events. We only got a couple more left. Next week, we'll be heading down to beautiful Orlando, Florida for Festival of Speed at the Ritz-Carlton on the Ritz-Carlton property. Getting all the vehicles together for that bad boy right now. It's going to be good, man.
It's gonna be a good one.
Hellcat the rapper right now, so I'm like, I'm anxious to see this car done, and then take all the other vehicles down there and enjoy a beautiful weekend out there. 12-3 Carson Couture. That's going to be in Odessa. I don't know the exact location, what the name of it is, but it will be in Odessa. It's a beautiful property. I've seen the property where it's going to be at. So it's going to be some really, really cool things. And I might even have something special for Carson Couture as far as what we're going to do. Nice. We'll see, because it's going to be a fashion show that we will be presenting, like always. So we'll see how it goes. Strength, I said HPV is probably the biggest. Some studies say as many as 80% of sexual active people have it at one point or the other. So yeah, so HPV is a big one. Now, the good thing with HPV, or I should say with the newer generation, is there's actually an HPV vaccine. So like Peter never has to deal with HPV because he's got the vaccination for it. So a lot of people like in our age had to deal with HPV and might have HPV and have no idea that they have it. But HPV can cause cervical cancer and other cancers down the road. So it's always good to check, right? 12/15 to 12/18, Olympia in Las Vegas, Nevada. Cannot wait. Getting all the stuff together for that right now. We've got a ton of stuff. As far as giveaway wise, I mean, this is the biggest I've ever given away as far as any show or any event. So I'm really, really pumped about it. Getting all that stuff together.
47 days.
Yeah, 47 days, dude. Not far at all.
It's getting close.
It is. It's definitely close. Gonna be excited to be out there too. What up? How you guys doing out there? Everybody joining us in. So that's it, guys. That's the show. Titan Lifestyle. Me and Big Drew every Friday, 2 p.m. Make sure you guys, check out the website, look at our YouTube, hit the subscribe and all notification bell, and you guys can see all the other therapies that we offer, all the cool content we're on there, and more.
Anything you guys should also check out the podcast if you guys want to listen to us, but you don't want to see us. You're getting sick of looking at my big head. You can check out the podcast. Just go to your iPhone, the podcast icon.
Yep.
Just click that, type in Titan Lifestyle, or from an Android phone, just Google search Titan Lifestyle Podcast. You can listen to this episode plus like hundreds of ones we've done before this.
Yep.
So it's always good if you want go back and look at information you missed. Check out the podcast and just listen to it. You can listen to it over and over again. As many times you want, you can listen to it.
Absolutely. Be good.
And it's free.
It's free. It's a beautiful thing. Shrink Daddy said, have you guys seen Hunter Labrada? Definitely top 6.
Yeah, he's looking crazy.
He's looking crazy. There's a lot of people that are looking really crazy. I can't wait to see, where it all comes down to at Olympia and how these guys look standing next to each other.
Yeah, a lot of new faces too, like a lot of new fresh. I like how the fresh talent,
yes.
like the Blessings, the Andrew Jacks, the Nick Walkers,
yep.
I like all these guys. And Derek Lunsford's moving up into open now. I was just with him last week. He looks crazy.
He does.
So a lot of these guys train here in Tampa, so I get to see him frequently at the gyms and stuff. So I can't wait. I can't wait.
It's going to be definitely good. It's going to be good. And Shrink Daddy is definitely going to be a party at the Titan booth at Olympia. So make sure you guys come by, hang out with us, take a picture with us, get some free Titan swag, talking about Titan, and let's have a great time out there too as well. All right, guys. So that's it. That's our show for Friday. We appreciate you guys tuning in every Friday at 2 p.m. with me and Big Drew for Titan Lifestyle. We'll see you next week at 2 p.m. We love you and thank you guys.